Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Peyton. This is my little corner of the internet, and I figured it's been a minute since we've caught up. Like, actually, I know I film a lot of vlogs where I'm just like yapping constantly, but I wanted to do just like a little chatty, get ready with me, kind of go over how things have been with pregnancy, with being a new grad dentist, just all the things that have been happening recently. I am officially, you can't really tell, but I am officially hitting 32 weeks this week, depending on which due date you go off of, because technically it's like based off of my like original due date. September 4th is my due date, which would make Friday 32 weeks. Based off of how she's been measuring, September 2nd is my due date, so then today would be 32 weeks. So I'm basically 32 weeks, and that means we're like in the final 2 months of pregnancy, which is crazy. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to walk you through my little everyday makeup routine and call it, just, you know, chat with you guys about how things have been going. But first and foremost, it's time to get some contacts in. So first up, I've already done most of my like skincare and stuff this morning. Today is Wednesday, it's my day off, so that's why I get to like do all these fun, slow filming things. So I did most of my skincare, but I waited. I like to do my my SPF lotion at the same time as I do my makeup, because I feel like it helps with blending out my little like toner I use. The only sad part is I bought this brand new and the pump does not work. I've tried it so many times, and instead of just throwing it away, I just open it and put it on my face that way, because I figure it's better than nothing and I'd rather get my money's worth out of it. But I guess the first thing we can catch up about is work. Work has been amazing. I love the office I'm at. I love where I have like ended up. I feel like I'm really getting the hang of it, especially considering like I'm so close to then going on maternity leave. But I think that it's been really nice because I've been able to like ease into it more, since I only am working 3.5 days a week. I feel like if I was working a full 5 days a week, I would be exhausted. I'm already exhausted. Like, I really have to use my days off. Like, those are the only days where I actually get over 7 hours of sleep, just with like how life is going. Because I just have not been able to sleep like at all. We can get into that when we talk about the pregnancy, but I think that the schedule I'm on right now has been really nice. And I'm finally starting to have my schedule be a little bit fuller, which has been really fun. Let's get my hair out of my face, because otherwise I'm going to be messing with it the entire time we chat. So the next thing, geez Louise, we're struggling this morning already. Okay, the next thing I use is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I have loved this. Yeah, but it gives me like a little bit of color without being just like too much. So that's been really nice, because I just don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with like a full foundation, but I do want just something to like give myself a little color, help blend things out. So I really love this. It's definitely going to be a repurchase once I'm done. But yes, with work, I feel like it's honestly been going really well. I feel like I'm getting used to working with all the people I work with, and I'm getting my routine for like my day. I am getting more and more tired by the end of the day, just from like, it's crazy because it feels like I'm running around like a crazy person all day, but then I'll like look at my steps and I get like maybe 2,000 steps while I'm at work. So that's been kind of like a weird thing to figure out, but overall, I'm like so happy with where I ended up. Okay, the next thing I've been using, I just switched back to this. I was using a different Tarte one, but I just switched back to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This stuff is like full coverage, so I barely use any if possible. I just like have a couple of spots down here that have just been like red, and then I just use it under my eyes. And then we're going to finish it all off with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter Pressed Powder. Like right before I started working, I just ordered a bunch of new makeup products so I could put together this little pack of like everyday makeup, because I'd been using the same makeup routine for literally years, and I felt like I was either like in no makeup or it felt like I was in like a full beat, and it felt like way too much. And so I really wanted something that I could kind of like have a middle ground for, that I could have, kind of have like a middle ground with, of like, I look put together, you can tell I'm wearing makeup, but it's also not like she's going out after this. Okay, next up we have the Rare Beauty Bronzer Stick in Bright Side. And I try and do just like just a little bit, just so I'm not like going too crazy with it. But I guess we'll move on to the next topic, which is pregnancy. I honestly, like, I really can't complain because I feel like I've had the easiest, like one of the easiest pregnancies I could have had. I'm like just now getting to the point where I'm uncomfortable. I never had any sort of like morning sickness. I mean, like, I definitely had like, my sense of smell was super strong at the beginning, to a point where like a lot of foods were grossing me out. But like I never threw up, I never had anything like that. This one I've had for so long. It is probably so expired, but I just can't let go of it. It is my Bare Minerals. It's so worn out on the bottom. I've had this for quite literally years, but I use like not a lot of it, and it's so pretty. I love the way it looks and the way it blends out. So this is my one product where I'm not getting rid of it, even if it is technically expired. What else with pregnancy? Oh, today we have an appointment. We have a growth scan. And so typically our doctor doesn't do growth scans. She decided to do them for us. I don't really know why. That's kind of been like a little source of tea, because so last time we were in was at 30 weeks. So 2 weeks ago today, I go to my appointments every Wednesday, or in this case, like for now, every 2 Wednesdays. Next I'm using the Rare Beauty blush in Encourage. I love it. My biggest complaint is the blush like comes out of the side, so I can't even keep it in my bag, because as you can see, like it got all over my bag and like my other products. So I just leave it sitting out on the counter. But basically this girl, so my doctor, I just mentioned that like I've been kind of struggling with feeling 100% since I started work, because obviously like it's an adjustment to work, even if it's not full-time, but it's an adjustment to go from not working to working and dealing with like the 3rd trimester. And so I was like, yeah, I just haven't felt 100%, but it's all good, I'm fine. And my doctor was like, you know, let's just get an ultrasound, schedule a growth scan just to check and see how things are going. And she like hadn't even measured my belly to like see if I was measuring on track. Like it was totally like she was just chatting. And so then we get to the front desk to schedule it, and the lady at the front desk, she was being so nosy and rude. She was like, oh, is baby measuring too big? And I was like, oh no, like she's not, like it's all good, like she just wants to check. And she goes, well, she probably wouldn't have scheduled it if she didn't think that there was something going on. Why would you say that with your lack of medical knowledge of my record? Like, who are you to say that? So that really pissed us off. I did write a review about that. I tried to be nice about it, but I basically was like, the front desk staff should not be talking about private medical matters. If I hand you a sheet to schedule something, just schedule the appointment. You should not be making small talk talking about my medical records in front of other parents that are there waiting. But anyways, all that to say, today was our growth scan, so we're gonna do that at 2:30, and then we're gonna go over all the results with her at 3:30, like it's like an hour-long ultrasound. And honestly, I'm trying to look on the bright side. It means I get to see her. I haven't seen her since she was 20 weeks old. So it's like all going to be okay. But it definitely just was like we didn't think we had anything to worry about. And then this lady opened her mouth, and then we were like, well, is there something the doctor's not telling us? Like, should we be worried? And so we're just excited to have it done. So then we know, because she's been measuring right on track for every single appointment when they take the measurements. When we did the anatomy scan, she was like literally like 55th percentile, so like middle of the road. So I'm hoping that's just how it goes. And that we'll just have some extra photos of her. And then on my eyes, okay, I used the Too Faced Natural Eyes. This is also a really old one. And I just put Cashmere Bunny. It's like this, like, as you can tell, this has been well loved, but it's this one here. It's just like a little brown. I just put it on my eyes, like over all of it, just to give like a little more color so I don't look super washed out. And then the last step actually is I just go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I put that on. But yeah, in terms of nesting, I feel like everything has been kind of just like put on pause really, because I've been waiting until I hit 32 weeks to like really get into all the nesting, because I didn't want to do it too soon. So I've really just kind of been collecting all the things. And yesterday I did start filming my first full nesting vlog for YouTube, so keep an eye out for that, because that will be really fun to go into. We're gonna be like setting up the closet and setting up a lot of the nursery things, so it'll be our first like real nesting task. We are all done with this. I'm still gonna keep yapping though. Yeah, I feel like honestly it's just been like time has been flying by, especially now that I'm working. Like I feel like the weeks are flying by. We've had a lot of very busy weekends, but I really can't complain, because I am sure there will be a moment where I am really over it and ready for it to be done. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Do you want to come in and give your updates on how you feel the pregnancy's going?
Sure.
About how you feel?
I feel blessed.
You gotta get in the frame.
I feel blessed that I'm with this beautiful woman who's going through so much to help build our family.
I was gonna say, he has to listen to me complaining, then I come on here and I'm like, I can't complain, everything's really great.
Did you say that?
I said, I can't complain that much. Because overall it's been really easy.
That's true, that's true, that's true.
I said
Not to minimize what you're going through though.
But like in the grand scheme of things, I will take not being able to sleep very well over other complications that could be happening.
That's true.
It is officially getting to the point where like when I try and go on a walk, I'm like over it. I do not want to. I haven't had any swelling yet, knock on wood, hopefully none. I was just on a meeting, and it was funny because it was like a Zoom meeting, so you could literally see from like here up, and I was like, you probably don't know I'm pregnant, and he was like, you're carrying really well, and I was like, you can't see me.
Don't lie to me, bro.
I was like, thank you for saying my face isn't swollen, I guess. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, I was telling the story about our growth scan and that lady. Charles was a lot angrier than I was. He wanted me to be meaner in my review. Yeah, what other, do you want to give your bar updates?
I just laid out my list, because like at the beginning of every study day, I take I don't even know what to describe it. I have my notes page for each day, and I write out all the headings for the topics that
That's a big yawn, Chippy.
I keep like a running list, so I copy and paste what I had left over from yesterday, and then I keep in the like, so yesterday I was, this was where the Barbary line was, which was like the overall total hours of where you should be. And so I've marked the Barbary line where I should study for today, And they're starting to like get a little squirrely, like they'll leave certain things off of my daily recommendations, so I'm kind of just going after the master list. But you know, plenty to do today. But you know, I'll get after it, and then I'll have a little nerd evening to reward myself.
Yesterday was 3 weeks until you take the bar.
Yeah.
Yay! And then I won't be the only one working. Jibby will be so sad though.
That's true. That's true.
Jibby has loved having one of us home at all times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll have a little bit of time when we do our fun shenanigan fun things. But.
Yeah, we have some fun plans in August that hopefully I'm not miserable for. But yeah, that's kind of really like the two big things that have been happening. Work for me, bar for him, and bar is in law bar night. But yeah, that is all for that, so don't leave yet.
I was just giving you a kissy.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things, you know the drill. Stick around because we are officially hitting the last 2 months of pregnancy, so nesting is going to be in full swing.
Let's go.
I think I'm gonna do another video kind of talking specifically about like how I've been prepping for birth and also like our birth plan. I put quotes around plan because obviously like you have no idea what's going to happen, but if you guys have any questions about that, we'll put them down below. I'll make sure to answer them in that video. And yeah, that's kind of all we got. So bye guys.